Hello people, welcome back. So we have just done a delicious creamy mushroom and now we're moving on to a frittata. Okay, so most people who do an omelette, they like to keep it on the hob, whereas we're going to do it my version where we're going to use the grill. So we're going to utilise the hob and the grill to create that nice rise of the omelette slash frittata. Okay, so it's done under the grill, it's going to increase in size. Okay, it's going to be nice and crispy at the top, nice moist throughout. Okay, so these are the ingredients. So I've just been cooking a bit of scallions, aka spring onion. We've got some sun-dried tomatoes in there as well. The reason I've used sun-dried tomato, okay, in terms of flavour, it's just going to increase that depth of flavour. Got some chopped asparagus spears as well. Okay, also we've been using a little bit of my spice mix. Okay, this is a combination of tomato powder, paprika and cayenne pepper. So it's just going to give it that extra flavour. Okay, these are my eggs. So I've got 3 eggs, free range in there. Eggs, okay, I don't normally eat, but in terms of convenience and you know how cost effective they are and how quick you can do meals, that's why I've chosen to do this recipe today. Okay, so literally this is like your Italian slash Mediterranean style feel frittata. Okay, you could use things like slices of sweet potato or slices of purple white potato to give it that extra meal vibe. Okay, so if you want a more of a filling meal, you can do that, but we're keeping it low carb because Gav's on keto style, so trying to keep it as keto as possible. So we've used the asparagus. It's got a little bit of carbohydrate in there, okay, more fibre, more nutrients than anything. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just letting that cook at the bottom, and then I'm going to whack that in the grill, and then you're going to see how it's going to increase. It's going to double in size, it's going to create a nice colour, okay, and then I'm going to finish it off with some fresh parsley and a bit of spinach as well. Okay, you could use a bit of cheese, you could use a bit of halloumi, some goat's cheese. Goat's cheese is great, okay, in terms of like omegas. It's got more omega oils than things like a cheddar or a normal cheese. Okay?
So I'm always doing standard omelettes.
Yeah.
So what would you say the main difference of doing a...
So the only difference I'm doing here is I'm using more in terms of flavour and depth of flavour combinations, and then when you finish it in the grill, you create like a pizza. So it rises nicely and you get that fuller texture. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to put that under the grill. So that's going to be in there for a good 3 to 4 minutes. So literally it's just going to go under the grill. You let that rest. Okay, so I've preheated that just so it's nice and hot. Okay, and we can have a little chit chat.
So what are the health benefits of having eggs and omelettes?
Okay, so let's talk about... Okay, so there's so much inconclusive knowledge with eggs. Are they good? Are they bad? Okay, I wouldn't say I'm vegan, but I follow a very high plant-based diet. Okay, but I find eggs again in terms of how satisfied I am, how full I am. Okay, also the yolk's great. It's full of vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins. Okay, which we need. Okay, the egg white's obviously a pure protein as well. Okay, so eggs are kind of like the protein quality source, like the perfect food really, in terms of protein and fat, keeping you fuller, keeping you satisfied, and then you can create so much with it. You can create not just frittatas and omelettes for morning, you could do scrambled eggs, you could do a poached egg, you could do absolutely anything.
So this meal's took you no more than 10 minutes really, so as a breakfast, as a
breakfast,
post-workout meal,
so
perhaps?
If I wanted to keep it quick,
If it is an evening meal.
If I wanted to do a quick omelette, I could do it in 2 minutes max, like less than 2 minutes.
So when people come up with the excuse they haven't got time to eat healthily?
No. So a quick omelette is easy. Scramble the eggs, season, okay, you can use a bit of butter or a bit of milk, done, bish bash bosh, in the pan, let it set, flip it over. Great technique, plate on top, flip it over if you're not really a flipper. Or if you want to do it my way, put it in the oven, slash the grill. Okay, use the grill to let it cook, and it's just easier. So you don't need to be a professional chef or a professional cook or anything like that.
It's usually cholesterol people complain about the most.
They do.
So what's your view on cholesterol?
Cholesterol
from a nutritionist perspective.
So obviously in my family there's a hereditary issue with cholesterol. Okay, also I think eggs, in terms of, you've got to look for the good quality. So if you're using like organic free range eggs, so look, I'll show you this. So see, look at the difference already.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's risen already. And then I could flip that really, but
go on then.
I'm not going to. So I'd always say, buy quality organic free range. Okay, you get a nice darker yolk as well, which is better. And there's so many varieties of eggs. Even quail eggs are great as well, the smaller ones. Bit more of a depth flavour. Also, in terms of like cholesterol, people eat things like 10 eggs a day. Bodybuilders, for example, that's where the cholesterol's coming from. You're overdoing it. Everything in balance is great. So,
because all cholesterol isn't bad, is it?
No. So, obviously, I would say your cholesterol levels, when they're getting their readings, it's either hereditary or they've overdone something else. So, we automatically say cheese or eggs, but it could be a hereditary thing, it could be a combination of both, it could be overdoing a certain dairy or poultry.
So naturally, if you've got hereditary issues with lots of
so
cholesterol, you need to naturally calm it down on consumption, don't you?
Yeah, so my dad has high cholesterol and he's a very fit guy, but he has to have a lot more of a plant-based diet. Okay, so things which have a high fibre content, things that are going to help lower your bad cholesterol, okay, increase HDL levels, which is your high density lipids. Okay, so omelettes pretty much nearly done. So look at this.
Let's look at that. So what's in there again, Luke?
So look at that. Does that not look good or what?
I'm going to eat it in a minute, so yeah.
So this one is nice combination. I've got a asparagus spears, which I've chopped. So we've got asparagus nibs, sun-dried tomatoes. I've seasoned that with a little bit of the Mediterranean spice mix of cayenne, oregano, tomato powder, and a bit of olive powder in there as well. Finish with some scallions in there. Okay, mix that with 3 eggs. Okay, great for serve 2 people, or if you're a big man like yourself.
Well, to be honest, that's more of a snack meal to me.
You'll be surprised how filling that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I probably have that as like a as like a post workout or an evening snack.
Yeah. So you could use things like bits of chorizo if you wanted to give it a bit of a depth flavour, or if you wanted to keep it as healthy as possible. Fill up on things like peas. Garden peas are great. I've used asparagus. I just think these are amazing. Okay. Garden peas.
What's the health property of asparagus?
So asparagus again, okay, is full of all your nutrients, your phytonutrients, full of all your vitamins that we need. Okay, so when people take in all these multi-minerals and all these supplements and things, I tend to try and get as much from my food as possible. Okay, the only thing with asparagus, your wee might smell in the morning, but it's all good. Okay, also, I tend to eat asparagus raw as well, so another tip that you could do, okay, so blanching your asparagus and doing them with eggy spears is a good egg option. So for example, the eggy soldiers, got your egg, dip in asparagus in there, eggy spears.
We'll do that as the next video. What do you reckon?
That could be
the next
great little option for you.
So let's do that as the next video.
I think kids will like that as well.
Yeah. So
all I'm going to do is just going to finish a bit of parsley, just because we need a bit of green in there, don't we? So
not just that, we need a photographic for
we need
Instagram, don't we?
We do, mate. We do.
It's all about image. It's not about necessarily the food quality on some people's posts. It's about how it looks. But in this case, it bloody tastes amazing. The ingredients are great.
That one.
And it looks good.
I'm going to just set a bit of spinach on there, just to finish it off. So
there we go. Look at that.
So, there we go.
Luke Baker, everyone. For more recipe videos, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube. It's Gavin Townsend, and also follow the Transformation Gym as well as the Transformation Gym Kitchen on Instagram. So
I'm just going to be a bit cocky now.
Go on, quickly.
Do you like chilli?
Not really.
Right, but
add a little bit.
So if you want to make it a bit fancy,
there's a side dressing.
If you want to make it a bit fancy,
otherwise I'll be crying.
You just drizzle it like that.
There you go.
There you go.
So how much did that cost, Luke?
Right, so we went to Aldi. So you're looking at. So if I wanted to use those 6
eggs are in there?
3 eggs. So
if
eggs. I wanted to use those tray of eggs, 6 eggs with everything we bought. Oh my god, that could feed a family
£4.
of. That could feed a family of 4 for like £1 each.
There you go. Well, so all in all, good value for money, healthy food, and that debunks everyone's attitudes that healthy food is expensive. Just
so we're on here, so I've used 3 eggs there for the frittata. I'm going to use 2 of the eggs for our little dippers, and then I'm going to use 1 of the egg because I'm going to do a mug cake later.
Brilliant.
So 3 recipes.
They're the next few videos coming up. So again, make sure to subscribe to YouTube.
Let's go.
Thanks, Luke.